Most kids wish for toys, cakes, or ponies on their birthday. But on her 8th birthday, Lily looked up at the candlelight, closed her eyes, and whispered, "I just want my daddy to smile again, like he used to, before Mom died." No one in that room knew it then, but that small wish would change everything. Stay with me till the end, because sometimes, it's not the loudest screams, but the quietest wishes, that carry the power to heal a broken soul. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, comment, share with someone who needs hope today. Subscribe our channel Kindness Talks for more real-life inspired emotional stories. The living room was quiet, too quiet for a child's birthday. No balloons, no music, no games. Just a small vanilla cake with 8 pink candles flickering uncertainly as if they, too, felt unsure if they belonged there. Lily sat cross-legged on the floor, her tiny hands clasped in her lap, her eyes fixed not on the cake, but on her father. Daniel hadn't shaved in days. He wore the same gray hoodie he'd worn to the funeral 3 months ago. He stood in the corner like a shadow, lost in the maze of his grief, as if he had forgotten how to step forward. Everyone told Lily that her mom was in a better place. But no one explained why her dad hadn't smiled since. He used to laugh loudly, so loud that neighbors would knock on their door just to join the party. But now, he barely even spoke. And today, the silence was even louder. Their neighbor, Mrs. Harris, lit the candles and gently nudged Daniel. "Danny, it's Lily's birthday. You should." Daniel forced a crooked smile and moved closer, kneeling beside his daughter. He placed a hand on her back but said nothing. No birthday song. No wish. Lily looked at the candles. The room faded behind her. She closed her eyes and whispered her wish quietly to herself, "I want Dad to be happy again, like before." And then, she blew out the candles. But wishes are strange things. They don't always work the way you think. That night, Lily walked past her dad's room and heard him crying into his pillow. She didn't enter. She just slid a small sticky note under his door. It said, "Daddy, I miss her too. But I miss you more." The next morning, Daniel found the note. He stared at it for what felt like an hour, then folded it and placed it in his wallet, right where her mom's photo used to be. Days passed. Then weeks. Daniel tried. Really tried. He started waking up earlier. He shaved. He made Lily's lunch again. One day, he even cracked a joke, and when Lily laughed, something shifted in his chest. A feeling he hadn't had in months. Something like warmth. But healing isn't a straight road. One rainy Thursday, Daniel forgot to pick Lily up from school. She waited for 2 hours in the rain, her backpack soaked, clutching the little drawing she had made of their family, Mom, Dad, and her holding hands under a rainbow. When Daniel finally arrived, panicked and breathless, she didn't scream. She didn't cry. She just quietly handed him the drawing. "Is this us?" he asked. "No," she whispered. "It's what I want us to be again." That night, after Lily went to bed, Daniel sat staring at the drawing. It was a child's sketch, but it held more truth than any words. The next morning, he made a decision. He would stop surviving and start living again. For her. He signed up for grief counseling. He joined a single-parent support group. He started talking about her mother, not hiding the memories, but cherishing them. But then, just when things were finally beginning to feel okay, Lily collapsed at school. Daniel was at work when the call came. His hands shook as he raced to the hospital. He'd lost one person he loved. He couldn't bear the thought of losing another. When he reached the emergency room, Lily was already being taken into a scan. A nurse handed him a clipboard, but the words blurred in his vision. The diagnosis, a rare neurological condition triggered by suppressed trauma and stress. The doctor explained that Lily had been carrying too much emotional weight without expressing it. Her mind had protected her by shutting certain parts down, but her body couldn't keep up. Daniel sat beside her hospital bed for days, holding her small hand, whispering old bedtime stories. He read her favorite books, played her mom's lullabies, and even sang out of tune just to get a reaction. But Lily didn't open her eyes. He broke down one night and whispered, "Sweetheart, come back to me. I promise. I'll smile again. I'll live again. I'll be the dad you wished for. Just please come back." The next morning, Daniel found her eyes half open. Barely a flicker. But when he leaned closer, she whispered one word, "Promise?" He nodded, tears spilling onto her hand. "I promise. I'll smile every day if it means you open those eyes again." From that day on, he changed. He brought laughter to the hospital ward. He decorated her room like it was a princess castle. Nurses would pause to watch the single dad dance to cartoon theme songs, just to make her lips curl into a smile. And she did smile. Slowly, steadily, she returned. When she finally came home weeks later, there was a surprise waiting for her. Balloons. Streamers. Music. And a cake. This time with 9 candles. Daniel knelt beside her, holding the lighter. "You get a redo. One more wish, birthday girl." Lily looked at him, really looked, and smiled. "I already made my wish, Daddy. And it came true." Daniel tilted his head. "What was it?" She leaned in and whispered, "For you to smile again." And then, she blew out the candles. In a world full of noise, sometimes it's the quietest voices, the gentle whispers of a child, the softest wishes made in candlelight, that echo the loudest. She skipped her birthday wish, and asked for him to be happy again. And in doing so, she lit a fire in his heart that no darkness could ever put out.